We need to examine our likes and dislikes, our feelings, our ideas, our prejudices, even if they come from deep in our conscience, and discern how they fit in with the Christ-like quality of consciousness, which enables unconditional love and empathy. And it seems that most everyone is stuck somewhere. Some idiosyncrasy, some attitude, some opinion, some neurosis that handicaps the effort to live in that purity of life in which one is truly objective, non-judgmental. How do we get past the obstacles, number one, and secondly, how do we stand strong on issues that are truly dependent on the honor of God, or are so directly linked to the Lord? In other words, how can we be truly honest with another who needs to hear something from a higher understanding? So first of all, let us be clear that we must recognize humbly and accept that there is something somewhere inside that will cut off our ability to be people of higher consciousness, spiritual people, people through whom Holy Spirit can manifest, whatever it is. And there's a long list, including the 8 passions, as the ancients called them. That thing within you, that very human thing, that particular thing, which for whatever reason, from woundedness or learning or habit or environment, has made rigid and narrow that part of your being to such an extent that it is cutting off the potential for being flooded with the light of spirit. That's a big loss. That's a question of eternity. I give you life or death, choose life. I've come that you may live in abundance. There must enter the joy of your master. There is for us a breakthrough that is our birthright and that cannot be shut off, cut down by something as small and petty as a human foible that is interfering with it, just like a cloud in front of the sun. So keep that in mind. And then the second part about the necessary sometimes, a firmness of standing your ground on the Christ way. You first have to be very sure that you are indeed standing on the Christ way. Yes, indeed. He did not mince words. Very clear. You don't say, you hypocrites, to the powers that be that can tear you apart, ruin your life. He was utterly fearless, had utterly no concern for people's opinion of him, for the honor of men. That passage with references that goes on to say, for he knew what was within human beings. One is not made captive, or one should not allow one's freedom of authentic expression to be limited by other people's limitations and distortions. Of course, that's a tough road from the earliest days of our lives. But the Master shows us the pattern, and one must stand on the truth and purity and the call of the Spirit, the inspiration of the Spirit. Typically, that does not involve anything sociological, transcends all of the current issues of the day, because it is much bigger than that. It's about an expansion of understanding, of awareness, even in a sense, link with eternity that gives us a way to see another person and understand another person beyond all possible judgment. So if you're going to stand firm on something, be sure that it is truly Christ's consciousness. And that is a big order. That is a tall order, because in that consciousness there is no prejudices, likes and dislikes, opinions, requirements, bad habits, etc. So it is probably best in this part of the journey to pay more attention to the inward chains, dark places, knots within us that keep us from that glorious freedom of the children of God, in which we can truly incarnate goodness, find our true fulfillment and purpose. That would be my advice to you, to begin there and purify as much as you can. Be without opinions that are simply the ego's many voices, but rather intuitive knowing, emotional knowing that comes from a deeper level. See within you that which keeps you from doing that before deciding to take a stand, because there needs to be a holistic understanding of the person's situation before one can dare make a judgment. So once again, you begin from within in the authenticity of your desire to become fully a conscious child of God. You will be led into that inner space which will enable you to discern what you must do, say in relation to other people.